Alrighty, so title of this video is Trading Became Easy After I Understood This. So to kind of, set this, say it right off the jump. Trading, of course, it's is not an easy business, but once you do comprehend this, you really understand this, it does become more, I guess you could say effortless, right? So why do you try to analyze chart? Like, what is the reasoning behind analyzing charts? Now, I analyze charts too, okay? Why? Because because most of us, at least, we use technicals to try to gain a read on price and what it wants to do. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I do it. Most traders, they do that. Like, they use technicals to anticipate what price is going to do next. But at a certain point, it's overkill. At a certain point, it does you no good. I see these people on social media with a quadrillion million concepts on their charts, right? I mean, they doing all kinds of, like, they got like 20 different concepts at play on the chart. It's a complete mess. And I know you ain't making money with that, likely. And why do I say that with such confidence? Well, because what that's going to cause is analysis paralysis. Okay, that's going to cause analysis paralysis. You're going to have trouble making decisions because if you have a million different indicators going off in different directions, you're going to start overthinking. You're going to start seeing different things. It's not a good deal. Okay. Yes, we analyze charts. We do so. I do as well. But at a certain point, it has the opposite effect. And why do people do this? Like, why do people have like 20 fucking things on their chart, right? 20, all these different things playing out. Why do they do this? Use all these concepts, always chasing this next shiny object, that next new thing, right? Again, this goes back to why people strategy hop as well. Why people always jumping from one strategy to another, right? Now, and then I'm gonna have a critic that says, "Oh, but Mike, you changed strategies. You had a different strategy. Last you got a new strategy." The difference is I listen to my data. I didn't change strategies based on a feeling, which is what most people do. I have a different strategy that tells me, okay, I'm gonna get better results if I do this. Well, then guess what? I'm gonna do that. Okay, I listen to the data. I listen to what it tells me. But what a lot of people do is they will change their strategies based on how they feel. So I just pinpointed a few different problems here, and it's something that many traders struggle with. Yes, the over analysis paralysis sets in. You have a difficult time. It's just not a good deal at all. But also another thing people struggle with is strategy hopping. Okay, they might have a few, like, they'll be doing good, and then boom, they'll hit a few L's, little losing streak, and then they crumble. They go to the next thing, and then they go to the next thing, and then they go to the next thing. Right. So here's the root cause of this issue. Here's what's happening here. You have this right now. You are deciding that your ego is more important than making money. Okay, because you operate from a certainty mindset. That's what all it does. If you really peel back the layers and you really study what you're doing here, when you do all this over analysis, when you're strategy hopping, you're doing all this stuff, what you're essentially looking for is certainty. What you're essentially looking for is a holy grail. Really peel back the layers, really study what you're doing, and that is exactly what is at play here. Okay? What does the professional trader understand? They understand that trading is a game of probabilities. Okay? The professional trader understands, okay, we're not going to be right every single time. Okay, we're not going to be right. We're gonna have losing streaks. We're gonna have drawdowns. But guess what? It's a probabilities game. And to play the probabilities game, you have to give that time to play out as well. You have to have that long-term perspective, that long-term horizon to give those probabilities time to play out. Time is your edge. But what the beginner operates from is, again, all this over-analysis, all this strategy hopping is because you haven't truly grasped the probability mindset. Okay, you haven't truly grasped that. You're still operating from trying to, like, predict what will happen, looking for that certainty, looking for that, it's got to do this, right? Like, I understand the algo, right? It's if I understand the algo, it's got to do this. It's got to do this. Price doesn't have to do a damn thing, okay? And sometimes price will do things that makes literally no logical sense whatsoever. And then you'll be sitting there left scratching your head, going crazy trying to figure out what the fuck happened. And then sometimes, guess what? There's no explanation. You're just incorrect. It's just a data point. The professional understands that. The professional understands that it's just a data point. The professional understands that, okay, but if I was to execute that trade over the next course of the 50, 100 trades, well, then guess what? I'm coming out on top. What the beginner's thought process is, oh shit. So strategy hop, right? They go to the next thing. They start to lose confidence. And then they go to the next thing. They strategy hop again. Then they strategy hop again. Then they strategy hop again. They go off that. They don't have that probability mindset. They're looking for a holy grail. They're looking for that certainty. Okay. And then the same deal is like with that over analysis. You having all these million different things because you're trying to grasp some sort of certainty, and you can't find certainty in an uncertain environment like the markets. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to fucking happen. You got to accept that probabilities is a part of the game. And when you truly grasp that, you don't got to know what price will do. Because again, this is back to over analysis. You're trying to desperately predict what price is going to do so you can protect your ego. You don't want to lose money. You want to protect your ego. You're too smart right now. We can't have that loss. No, fuck no. That's more important than making money. So you need to accept that. You need to accept that probabilities. It's all a probabilities game. It's not a certainty game. Okay? It's okay to have red days. It's okay to have red weeks, even some red months, right? You're going to have losing streaks. You're going to have drawdowns. I know that's maybe not what you heard when you got into this business, because all the gurus will tell you a different story because they got to make course sales. But I'm going to give it to you straight up because that's what we do over here, right? That's going to happen to you, and it's fine. Okay, probabilities does not mean 100% win rate. Okay, it just means that the one scenario here is more likely to occur than another scenario. But guess what? You don't know if that next trade in front of you it's going to be a win or a loss. The short-term results are random, okay? Mark Douglas said it best. Wins and losses, like they're distributed randomly, okay? You don't know if the next one is going to be a win or a loss. But guess what? Over a long horizon, over the next 50 to 100 trades, that's where you know. That's where, as I said, time is your edge. But most traders, they don't give it that time to play out. They take just a fucking 2 or 3 losses and they're already losing their shit. Like they're already panicking. That's with every system, guys. Every system's going to have losing streaks. Every single one of them. You're not going to find one that doesn't. Anybody tells you that their system does not have losing streaks is a liar. I promise you. That is 1000% the truth. Okay? They're desperately trying to sell that course to you. They're desperately trying to sell something to you. And if they're not, well then they will soon. Okay? You may not want to hear it, but I got to give it to you straight up. That's just what I do over here. It doesn't make me any more popular saying that, but it's real. So the sooner that you accept that you don't got to know what's going to happen to make money, you just need an edge. You need to execute. Because once you have an edge, once you know exactly what you should be doing in regards to entering and exiting, once you know exactly how to execute, why are you doing all this over analysis? Really ask yourself that question. Why are you doing all that? Like if you really have an edge and you know exactly what to do, you know exactly how to enter, exit, you know how to exactly execute, then why are you doing all this over analysis? Why are you doing that? Really peel back the layers just because you want certainty, because you want a holy grail. You'll dress it up real nice and you'll try to explain it bullshit. Like, I know what it is. All right. That's what you're doing. There's no other explanation. Okay. Once you truly accept that you don't got to know what's going to happen next, once you truly accept it's okay to be wrong, all you got to do is execute, 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 and then let the chips fall as they may. All right, the casino will have people come in as well. The casino will have people come in and make some money, win some hands, but the casino understands their model. The casino understands, okay, you might have come in, yeah, you might have came in and you want some money, but guess what? You stick around long enough, I guarantee you giving that shit back. I guarantee we getting that shit back, and that's how you got to operate. You're the fucking casino. You're the fucking casino. And guess what? How does that casino operate from a long-term perspective? Time is their edge. Time is your edge. Probabilities needs time to play out. The sooner that you develop that mindset, the sooner that you start to see consistent profitability. Okay? Fuck your ego. What's more important to you? Do you want to make money? Do you want to preserve your ego? Because guess what? 90% of the people out here, they're more important with conserving the ego than actually attaining consistent profitability. That's why we see all these little charts all over Twitter with, their little pretty drawings. Well, guess fucking what? The market doesn't say, okay, look, you got a really pretty chart. Let me just deposit this money into your account. Oh, look how pretty them little lines are. Oh, look at that. Look how cool that is. Look at that little concept that you're using. Oh, that's so impressive. Let me just deposit, just some little bit of money right there in your account, right? It don't work like that. You get paid to fucking execute, okay? Most of these guys, most of these charts that you see with all these little charts, they don't make a fucking dime, bruh. They don't make a dime. I promise you. How do you know that, Mike? Because they're going to have, I understand that if you have all that stuff at play, you have all that analysis in play, you're going to have difficult executing because it's overanalysis paralysis going to set in, and simple systems work best. You can only, like, if you have all this stuff at play, it's going to be difficult to execute. That's how I know a lot of these people don't make no fucking money. All right? You can call me a hater, but that's just the fucking truth. I've been in this game a long time. All right? I made a lot of fucking money. I know it works. And a lot of these guys, they ain't doing it. All right? You got a bunch of losing traders out here trying to teach you how to be a profitable trader. So not to go too off on a tangent, right? Understand probabilities. Execute, and fucking execute, and give it time to play out. That's the key to your success.